This is camera 1 and camera 2. When you are on these, your job is to be responsible to make sure all the shots look good, and you're setting them up right. On the cameras, there is the zoom button, which is controlled by your thumb. It is right to zoom in, left to zoom out. There is a little tiny screen that you can look through to set your shot up. But more importantly, you want to look up at the big monitor to make sure your shot looks good, because that's what it's going to look like in the newscast. And then it's the same thing for camera 2, except camera 1, you're getting the shot on the people at the news desk, which should be from about the bottom section of the table on the desk up until a little area over their head. It shouldn't be too zoomed in or too zoomed out. And then on talent 3, which is in front of the faux brick wall, you're going to want about a waist. This is director. As director, it is your responsibility to get everybody ready to record the newscast. You need to get mic checks from talent 1, 2, and 3. You got to make sure the shots look good. You got to let the Aja person know when to run Aja. You got to make sure the prompter's not going too fast or too slow. While it is a job for the prompter person, it is good to pay attention to it just in case they make it too fast or make it too slow. As director, it is also your job to say stand by, quiet on the set, record. Once you hear that recording, you wait for the Aja to run. You say run Aja. And then you give a 5-second countdown once you are told. While you are giving that 5-second countdown, you are relaying it to the person, the floor director. And as the director, you're giving the countdown. You're also giving the countdown for the Pledge of Allegiance. And without you, the people won't speak, because if you don't say cue talent, then the floor director will never point at them, and we will never have a newscast. So this is talent 1. As you can see me sitting on the right of the news desk. At talent 1, your job is to basically be the news anchor. As talent 1, your job is to sit down, put on the mic, and sit at the edge of your chair the whole time. Stand or sit up straight, no slouching, no twisting and turning. You want to stay straight at the prompter the whole time. At talent 1, you got to make sure that you are reading fluently off the prompter, not too fast, not too slow. And it is basically your job to make sure that you do not mess up the newscast. This is the recording person. As the recorder, you have to make sure that the SD card is in and that the card holder is closed so that you can record. You got to make sure that when the director says record, you record and you relay to them that you are recording. And also, as the recorder, you're going to get mic checks, or you're not going to get the mic checks. You're going to make sure the mics are at the proper level for the newscast to run smoothly. The director will ask you for mic checks on all 3 talents. And as the sound person, your job is to make sure that the talents aren't too loud or too quiet, because that could ruin the whole newscast. You're also responsible for muting and unmuting the talents when it's their turn to talk and when it's their turn to not. This is talent 3. Talent 3 is the same thing as talent 1, except you are standing in front of a faux brick wall. As talent 3, you should not move from the center of the brick wall once you are told you are good at your shot. You are standing there straight the whole time, reading off the prompter in a nice fluid voice, speaking loud enough so that everybody can hear you. Basically, it is once again your job to make sure that you read fluently and you don't mess anything up. And once you are told that it is your turn to start, you will know, because you should have read the script before. You will know when it's your time to start. The talent 1 and talent 2 people at the news desk will let you know, and then you'll get the sign, the cue talent sign, and you will be good to go. Good to read.